Alright, welcome back. So, looks like we leveled up. We can put stuff into skills. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go full into athletics. Then we can pick one more ability. Which might be... I don't know. Picking Ice Strike. Yeah, why not? Alright, these are talents. These are all passive effects for the most part. And they make you better at doing things. You can also semi-multi-class. So like... Where is that? You can get you can literally get like a minor Minoleta's Minoleta's minor missiles. Yeah, Minoleta's minor missiles. Yeah, so you can do a summon, or basically these are all characters of one specific class. You get a mark. I think that's what is it? Nature's mark. So yeah, you can borrow an ability from a different class. But because we are a cipher, we will want to upgrade our whip, which is what gives us our focus. You can either have your whip do more damage, but not give you more focus, or you can have it give you more focus. Focus gain. I always do this, because casting spells is fun. There's also greater focus, which increases your max pool, and psychic backlash. Honestly, draining whip right now would probably be the best option. That was that. Currently we are exhausted. Well, major fatigue. Also, I'm hearing whispers. We'll rest to get rid of that fatigue.
As you wish.
And we're seeing things, which is great. These are the remains of the people who used to be here. And they're having a great time. And there's some St. Gieran's horn. Nope, that's Pilgrim Town. Never mind. Got my flowers mixed up. Springberry. Yeah, I got that one right. Vessels in this game are effectively zombies or automatons. They are a physical body housed with a soul. I don't know what that is. Admeth Swart. So yeah, we got a spooky little murder fest going on so far, which has been great. Now we have to go to the nearest village so we don't go insane. So, like any Baldur's Gate game, it's basically a gigantic JPEG stretched over the background that you walk across. Very simple. But if I recall correctly, there should be some... There we go. Zorips. Now, because we're level 2, we have a base focus of 10. So we start each fight with 10 focus. Makes doing stuff like this easier. Charm's such an overpowered ability. One sec. Nah. I don't think I need to use anything else right now. I will try Ice Strike. Alright. So, I crit. So these people are blinded and dazed for, well, he is for 21 seconds. I think I only blinded you for 8.4 seconds. That's weird. Wait, why did that happen? Okay. So the target gets blinded and dazed, but the surrounding people only get blinded. That's fine, because I'm pretty sure... One sec. Yeah. Zorp misses Bill. Accuracy of 2. This Zorp has an accuracy of 2. Because of the daze and blind. So he's effectively going to miss most of his shots. This is a... Yeah, this is a Glan... no, not Glanfather. This is Zorp. See all the dragon bones and such? I find it kind of weird that only 3 Zorps live here and they made tents like that, but whatever. It might be Glanfather. Yeah, that actually might be Glanfather construction. You just got an extra 20% chance to hit because of that. That's because of the blinded and daze. Yeah. Ciphers are very powerful.
As you wish.
Especially this one we've currently made. Because normally ciphers are pretty weak. Their base defenses are low. Like, yeah, 20 base and everything, which is kind of poor. Especially with deflection. But because we have 2 hatchets, and our resolve level, and our regular level, that is increased slightly. Wait, hold up. How does this... Yeah, we almost have doubled the amount in just equipment bonus. We want to rest? There's no reason for us to rest. One of the good things about ciphers is they don't have anything that resets on rest. Which is great. Due to the fact that that means you never have to rest until your HP and... Actually, there's endurance and health. Health is your overall pool of health that you get. Endurance is the health you get for the encounter. And when you heal, you're just taking health from your... You're taking endurance from your health bar. So once you reach like low health and not endurance, like when you start reaching that overall bigger pool that you can pull from, you don't heal anymore.
Hail and well met.
Blah blah blah. Just clear these woods, the better, I think. Everyone was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck. I'm sorry to hear it. Fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep the road and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine came out of here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He. Pearly's a dude. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest's already cost me a friend. Heading home before it takes anyone out. Who are you? Name's Naughton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. Heading home before it takes anything else. What happened to your friend? Didn't see it coming. We were followed by a stag. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before he knew what was happening. The beasts will only take what they will, I suppose. This time, Gallowin's favor fell upon the bear. We defend the beast in a cave, a ways up that way. I wouldn't seek it out if I were... I wonder... We may not be able to do this yet. Well, yeah, we'll try. That's what quick saving is for, right? We can most certainly try. And I should quick save before I get into... There we go. Oh, there's two. I might die before I get this off. Okay. That's fine. That's... The bear just instantly gibbed. That's gonna be me in a couple seconds. Yep, that was me. That's my health bar going down. So it has an accuracy of 77, which is great. So it adds 40 every time it rolls. I don't think this can miss me. Yep. Yep, that was a crit. Well, we can't do it yet. Not yet.
As you wish.
Oof. Yeah, that's something we're not going to be able to do just yet. Oh. Random. We hit. Okay. What's your accuracy? 1. Wait. -1. Alright. Yeah. Fairly unlikely to hit. I grazed. That's not good. Really not good. I'm about to get trounced by a wolf. Try that one more time. Should have equipped healing potion. This is gonna be close. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, how much was it? Yeah, it still had an 18 even with the blind and dazed, so fairly difficult to fight. Ooh. Yeah, so this is why enchanted items are important. It increases your base attributes, which is very good. Those gloves specifically are very good. That literally just adds 2 to my dex. And you can see that when that happens, if you look down here, my reflex goes up when I equip these. And I'm not sure if it says... Also, my concentration... Holy shit. Alright. My cast time. If I can see that. Yeah, 12% action speed. Instead of... See, action speed, and then you can take it again. Yeah, plus 6% action speed. So it's plus 3% action speed every dex level. So yeah, that's what happens when you do... That's St. Giron's horn. If I can... Get up, there we go. And there's... So if you look here, the bar on the left, that's health. That is my overall health. And this number down here is my endurance. So I'm at half health. So if this goes all the way down, all I will be left is this number here, and then it's there will be no more healing after that. And that is effectively what happened. That's how you... That's what people... That's what forces you to rest, even if you're a class that doesn't have limited resources. And you know that's important. Resting in this game is kind of archaic. Obviously you have to rest, and the only penalty for resting is using a camp supply. Keep 2 at a time. There's always like a bunch in the city, so you never really run out. You just have to make a trip back. And that kind of sucks. I mean, that really sucks. But whatever. What a warm welcome.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Aye, you don't say.
Of
I feel
course,
at
we'll
home
need to make
already.
some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
A Hollowborn child is a child that does not have a soul.
Are you absolutely certain? Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
Because that's how it
I
works.
should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst. His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radrick's hold to signal my lord's new heir.
Oh shit, what's happening?
Meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Okay, we'll ignore the fighting that's going on in the house. Whatever. I think my cat just found something it wanted to kill. Alright. Blah blah blah. You're gonna have to wait before you can get a settlement. Been feeling strange. I have been feeling strange ever since a close call with Buick. Is there someone in town who can help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Oh, shit. It's fine. Said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Drearwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. Beautiful, dumb things that breathe, barely, do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. Where is his empty hands? In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Redrick, decree may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Ingwithian ruins is illegal. Don't narc on me, bro. Not to mention dangerous. Probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Wrath have mercy. We certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Buick. If you'd been that close to a Buick, you wouldn't be standing here. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
Hey, Tyramond.
3. Gods have mercy.
Welcome back.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Damn right
3
it
bells
is.
toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What happened? I'll know more of the details when the messengers arrive, the vagaries of childbirth perhaps, but that is none of your concern. Does this affect the offer? Maybe. Alright. Yeah, so if you haven't played this one before, it's Pillars of Eternity. It's probably not the best game to stream, but I don't know what else to stream. Probably gonna stream Alien Isolation eventually. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voice and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. First figure raises his hand for calm, face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
What the fuck? Boy, I hope I wasn't the only one who heard that. Was doing well earlier? Yeah, I'm already starting to kind of get out of WoW. My hype for Shadowlands is not enough to sustain my character leveling. Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. One of the older men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. We're humble folk, but we're no fools. Not like he thinks, mocking us while he shelters in our village. We don't take to that kind of talk from foreigners, especially not Adirans. Yay, racism.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why you're itching for a kindling touch with your sister? Fucking Oxford.
I'll cut
Wow.
that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
Fucking... That's a he. That's a dude.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary. Would you rather be, I don't think attacking him would be such a good idea. If someone... So yeah, another, skill check. If someone's baiting you as obviously as he is, it's generally wisest to walk away. We're done for now, but this one better watch his step around here because we're not going anywhere. Everyone here's the nicest person. Deerwood is by far the most hospitable place in all of Aora. You could tell by the massive hangman's cops down that way somewhere.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's an elf, right? But yeah, Aloth is... I mean, I probably yeah, nah. Obviously, he's voiced by Matt Mercer, so...
Courtesy is a rep. Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that.
She managed to get stuck
fiasco.
out here. That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And
Yeah.
how exactly did you come to be here?
It is racist. I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some
In
ruins.
Gwithan ruins.
It's high fantasy.
Those can be
It's okay to be
dangerous places
racist.
during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
Several hooded figures operating a strange machine. Aloth goggles you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, he gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Looking for an expert on
Indeed.
souls.
The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Oh, shoot. I may have to cut the stream a little bit short due to the fact that I just got a call. Blah, 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 blah. I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Yay, Aleph, part of the
Excellent.
group. First companion.
How may
We
I
get
help?
6 of these. Aleph is a wizard. These are his first level spells. None of this matters until... Oh, hello, whoever came into chat. None of this matters until level 2.
What is it?
We want to get to level 2 before we go down here. Because Aloth learned something
Yes.
exceptionally important at level 2. Spells? It's good, because I use magic with Big Brain.
Aye?
So,
Well,
technically these are both casters. We have ourselves our little Cypher buddy. Ciphers are effective. Just think psionic. It's not really psionic, but it's complicated for me to explain. So just assume that this
Yes.
guy uses the power of the brain. His spells are like, charming people, mind control, all fun stuff.
may
And
I
then you have the wizard who does wizard things. He has non-copyright burning hands. He has non-copyright arcane missiles. He has non-copyright what's that called? Frozen grasp or whatever. And he has non-copyright flare burst. So
well,
they're all
How may I
named different
help?
things. One thing I really like about this game, this is running on Pillars of Eternity system. It's not based off of any other system. So the way this is, it's all its own, pretty much. It kind of has inspiration from 5th edition, but, well, not 5th edition, but it has an inspiration from D&D. So Aloth has 3 spell slots. He can cast 3 of these spells before he has to rest. He also has Arcane Assault. This is per encounter, so this is renewable. But a good way to like explain how it works is, it's really complicated. You have 4 defenses. Okay, one second. You have 4 defenses, deflection, you have a deflection of 16 now, you fucking wimp. Deflection, fortitude, reflex, int. These are like saving throws. This is on PC, yes. It is also on Switch. And I think it's on PS3, PS4 as well. But you want to use this on mouse and keyboard. It's a CRPG. So it's just like, this is the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate. So you want to use them on PC, because there's going to be this number, the 1, this goes up to 8. Oh, it's really bugged on Switch. It's not optimal to play it on Switch, and I would not play it on Switch.
Hail, traveler.
Ever. Oh, greetings and welcome back to the Blackhound Inn. I would like a room because I need to advance plot. And I'm poor, so I'm gonna go off and just hang around. Graphics on this one look okay. Obviously, this looks better than literally any other CRPG out there right now, because this is a more recent made title. Your sleep is restless and so right now, all right, just bring everyone up to snuff. I just like basically my soul almost got ripped out of my body, but then it didn't. When paying for a non-free room, yeah, exactly. Well, paying for a non-free room gives you bonuses. Like it literally like, oh, +2 to strength or whatever. I can actually look at that once I'm done with this cutscene. Yeah. For the most part, soul got ripped out of my body, but then it didn't. So, and weird stuff's going on, and I'm seeing dead people. So I'm trying to figure out why that's happening. You open your eyes to awaken, find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder. It'll last a certain amount of rests. Usually 2. If it's a really strong buff, it's only 1. Hanging from the trees is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they're empty, and behind them is vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word, Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils, blah blah blah. This is a more grimdark scenario if you guys haven't noticed. You remember the woman, you remember seeing her decaying face when she spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. And that is what we are looking for. Though it fills you with a new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Alright, so I had a bad dream about somebody who was hanged. We're gonna go make sure that she's still hanged. Oh, yeah, the bonuses. One sec. Alright, so bonuses are varied.
Hail, traveler.
Right now, I'm extremely poor. This is going to change very quickly. So this one gives you perception and mechanics. Perception is an attribute. All the attributes in this game are very unique. There's nothing really to compare it to. But perception, and then this one gives you resolve. Resolve's actually really good because this effectively gives you +2 deflection. This gives you more resilience. But yeah, those are actually really good buffs. And if I wasn't poor, I would take them. This game has a lot of different ways to get buffs. Hello, welcome to anyone who just joined the chat. We're going to go see a dead person! The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen bulges over the rope that suspend her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings. There is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out to the woman. This is implying that I have soul powers now. More so than when I was a cipher. It's complicated, it's fine. You take a deep... Well, it'll all be revealed soon. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. You exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in the misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
Are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. Nods, look pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The
Thanks.
world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
The Watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
When all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm
Welcome
sure.
to the chat.
It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Alright, I can explain the rest.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Bill was great. By the way, my name's Bill, because I couldn't find a name. Crucible of the Soul. Are you alright? You seem just lost now. I'm a watcher. Well, that's interesting. I expect this has something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins. Yeah! Wait, what? It did have something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins. Weird. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they are rare and that they seem to have a unique insight in certain soul conditions. Alright.
Well,
Basically, that just... Oh, wait, guys. Just so you guys know, this is... yes, it is. What did you know about Billiam? Hold... Did you see my Amnesia Let's Play? That's fine. We're about to see the...
17.5.
We're about to see the best character in this game. 17.5, huh? Smoking pipe, smoking stuff.
17.5. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
This is also Matt Mercer. I'm sorry?
Dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
People hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here? I mean...
There. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
Yeah, I like to make the joke that Billiam is the proper lengthening of the shortening of William. What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman?
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a radrick at first.
You know what a watcher
Careful,
is?
friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of radrick bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, radrick especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all.
I'm taken.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there.
Drugs give you buffs in this game, and
Used to be my captain during the war.
drugs give you buffs in this game. Some of them are actually really good. In the second one, they're even better. I think my Cipher in Pillars of Eternity 2 had a crippling ripple sponge addiction. No, he had a coral snuff addiction. Never mind. Different drug. War. Saints War, only one in my lifetime. Fellow decided he's the living incarnation of Aethys. Yeah, so... For those of you who don't know... drugs are good until they're not, because you also have a drug crash after the effect wears off. And you either have to take more of it, or you have to rest twice to get rid of it. Yeah, so Saints War is the war where one of the gods, which is Aethys, the god of redemption and light, decided to be like, you know what, I'm just going to possess somebody and start a war. And this could be great. And then he died. So yeah. What's a dear Woody and hello?
Blew him up.
It's my favorite quote from this game. Yeah, they blew him up. They blew up a god. And it went, yeah. Aethys, rebirth and redemption. Other questions? Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Oh! All the gods are real jerks. Don't worry. Not really. He had a deeper motive starting a rebellion. Okay, yeah. Alright. That's spoilers, though. Well, not really. Well, yeah, kinda. Yeah, those are spoilers from Pillars of Eternity 2. But yes. Okay, Aethys is really the only god you would... Yeah, not really. I mean, talking about Wydwin's War is not really spoilers, because this is all just background information. Calling all the gods assholes are also not spoilers. But saying why Wydwin was doing the war, that's kind of spoiler. That's spoiler for Pillars of Eternity 2. Aethys is really the only god that's actually a decent person. Most of the other gods, like... how do I do this without spoiling? There's, like, Magrin, who's... Well, I don't know. Let's talk about Skane. Skane's an asshole. Skane's the god of like servants and like slaves. The way you worship Skane is to Abaddon. Abaddon's not that bad. That's a good one. Well, the problem with Abaddon is there's not a lot of lore about him. Like, there's obviously the expansion of this game has a lot about Abaddon, and he does help people a lot. But I mean, I just think there's not enough information about him because I know that there's something bad that he does. Because if you know Whale is the god of mysteries. Whale is a massive prick because he's the god of finding information and holding it. No, Hylia is not decent. Hylia has done horrible things. If you piss off Hylia, little bit of a spoiler. Hylia, if you piss off Hylia, it's kind of just a minor spoiler though, so it's fine. If you piss off Hylia, she commits birdemic on you. Pretty much, yeah. Hylia, obviously, I think if you piss off Hylia, she will send like literally a flock of birds to murder you, and that's and that is a thing that happens in this game. Whale, literally like, Whale is the god of finding information and keeping information, but he is also the god of finding information. So he promotes losing information. Yeah, but it was more along the lines of they were spurned, and then they went on a murder fest. Like, all of the gods are perfectly willing to go on a murder fest. Hylia went on a murder fest if you, like, spurn her. So all of them are like, morally gray in that regard. Although, again, yeah, Hylia also didn't have anything too terribly bad other than that. But yeah, she has murdered people. Whale has lobotomized people. Whale is the god I really liked until I got to the lobotomizing people part, because he's the god of finding information. But in order to find information, you have to lose information, so you can find it again. Magrin's just like that comic where it's like, no, he lobotomized a scientist who like made a. I know, I love Rimmerand because he knows he's an asshole. Rimmerand's the best. Rimmerand is the god of basically he is the god of end of all not end of all things, of just murder, of not murder, but like just like eventually so in this game you have a soul that gets reborn again and again and again and again. It's basically reincarnation. Every time you're reincarnated, you kind of lose a little bit of yourself. Yeah, he's the god of nothingness, of obliteration, of like the final end to all things. But every time you reincarnate, you lose a little bit of yourself. And for the most part, that's fine, because you gain some and you lose some. But eventually you get to the point where your soul is so damaged that you start having problems with, like, you get literally, like, soul sickness. And then, if your soul gets broken down to the point where it's like, oh, you can't function anymore, you go to Rimmerand's realm, and he obliterates you. And it turns out, we're not entirely sure if you get, if Rimmer, so, we're not sure if there's any cycle with it, but as far as we know, it's just a straight line to fucking Rimmerand's garbage bin. And eventually, there will be nothing. All the souls will have effectively degraded to dust, and Rimmerand will be the only one left. Rimmerand's realm of just shearing cold and flailing soul of soul fragments will be the only thing left. I fucking love Pillar of Eternity's lore. Blah blah. So let's continue playing Pillars of Eternity. Who's Kolz? Kolz is the Raedric's brother. Kolz is the one pissing off Raedric. What is the town of against you?
The wrong god. That's what it comes down to.
Cousin, yes.
Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea.
Rip.
Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me.
I'm
Seems
on
that's
hard.
no longer
I'm
a
not gonna do
concern.
Path of the Damned on my first
Of
stream.
course, the town
'Cause I'm gonna
to
get
hang
stuck.
these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the point.
And I want to use the optional guys. I don't want to, because if I do Path of the Damned, I'm gonna go full blown like I'm doing Path of the Damned. I'm going to be min-maxing all my characters. If you're going to get hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking. But in fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Blah blah blah. Why don't you come with me? Where are you headed? Cad Nua. There's a watcher there who
Seem
can
to
help
remember
me.
hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger. And a strange one at that.
It'll be easier,
But
is what I'm
truth be
saying.
told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree. All right then. Guess I'll do some.
We have our tank. But yeah, so I don't want to do Path of the Damned because I know I'll be like, I know I will get stuck and like, well, if I just min-maxed a couple of characters, I get to do this, no problem. And then we wouldn't have Adair or Eloth or any of the others. All right, level ups. So if anyone is interested in, so these are all the spells. Every time Eloth levels up, so this is the first time we're leveling up a wizard. Anytime Eloth levels up, I think it's one spell and then two spells on the other. On it, I think it's one spell on every even and two spells on every odd level. He can actually now just access at level 3 second level spells, and these are all of them. We're taking Necrotic Lance because of where we're going. We're just taking Necrotic Lance. Otherwise, all of these others are like wizards have the most like varied amount of spells. There's Bewildering Spectacle, which confuses people, which is really strong, but only does it for 6 seconds. Council Hit's Corrosive Siphon is very overpowered, and I'm probably going to take that, now that I have seen it. Curse of Black Insight is also really good, but we already have a way to blind people. But we absolutely need to take stuff that... we're taking Necrotic Lance because it targets Fortitude. And there's a very strong reason why we want something that targets Fortitude in the next dungeon. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but the things in this dungeon are going to be weak to Fortitude to an extreme degree. Athletics. Oh, and we got this too. This was heavily nerfed in the second game. If you use a portion of its resolve in order to better reflect. This gives you... One sec. Yeah, this gives you plus 25 deflection. For 30 seconds. Modified by int. So, this is extremely powerful. I always take it. And I'm going to take Mind Plates because that's fun. But yeah, the thing... Necrotic Lance, if you can actually see. Necrotic Lance, second level wizard spell. This does corrode damage, and then more corrode damage over time. This is versus Fortitude. So and then we have Adair.
Hey.
Adair is literally just our tank. He's going to be in front of people and get hit. Yeah, I'll show you why Necrotic Lance. Well, it won't be revealed immediately, because nothing in the first floor of this dungeon is weak to it. But we absolutely need stuff that targets
Used to
Fortitude.
be real nice. Right. Warm.
What's this guy doing down here?
Hail, traveler.
Oh, here's some. Never mind who you are. Oh, yeah, I'm a death godlike. He thought he was dying, because he saw a death godlike. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best, times being as they are. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you have better luck. Better luck with what? Used to be a temple of Aethys. Yeah. This is the Aothesian symbol. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Deerwood, from Redcerus even. Not so much from Redcerus these days. Yeah, he kind of had a war with them. Until the war, of course. Yep. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided that he'd been too lenient on Eothasians. He had his people go in and put them in the sword, left them down here, buried under a heap of rock. Yeah! You don't want to be Eothis is kind of a bad word now. After that, Raedric, at least in the Deerwood, specifically in this settlement. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Raedric hopes that if we rededicate this temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven, and the legacy will end, see? But until then, the temple is, as you see it, unguarded. These priests, maybe they didn't have a look of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Da-da-da. So he's trying to bury people. Trying to get the people who were slaughtered down here and give them a proper burial. I'll find the corpses. He has a sword down here that we're going to give to Adair when we find it. Yes! Adair was part of the Saints' War, which theoretically means he was the one who was fighting his god. That's just a spider. That's a lot of spiders. 1 second. So, we also have Crucible of the Soul, and I can actually show you what this does. Crucible of the Soul is effectively, it drains life. And heals for health. We can show what he can do too. This is Fan of Flames. This is by far the most interesting spell in the game. Because it teaches, yeah, look at, he just killed a bunch of fucking spiders. Basically this means that the way spells work, the red is the thing that'll hit everything. And then the yellow is the area of effect that has been adjusted with your intellect bonus. Which means that this yellow up here will not hit allies, but it will hit enemies. So like I could either toast myself in Adair, or I could do this. And they'd be perfectly fine, and both spiders will be hit. So Fan of Flames is a very good first spell to teach you how like area of effect works. Also, I can't believe I'm still getting attacked. 1 second. Because I need to disengage my Cypher, and Adair's gonna miss his hit. Yeah, I'm down.
Kinda stuck over here.
Yes?
Let's have it out!
Yeah, that's actually, you know, that's the one thing I really like about this, because all of the attributes are really important.
Aye?
Intelligence buffs. Intelligence affects buff and debuff duration and area of effect length. So everyone kind of wants to use it because it affects. It not only affects like area effects of wizards, it also affects area effects of fighters, of druids, of all classes. It affects their buffs, debuffs, and an area of effect. The nearby crystal lights the cracked mosaic floor and the shades of orange, and at a certain angle, the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man. Features rendered into broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your mind is assailed with fear of noise. This guy got butchered, basically. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so rugged with fear you cannot understand what he says. So this is basically flashbacking to the point where Raedric came down and basically slaughtered everyone.
What is it?
Face of the statue had most of its features struck off. I think there's a hidden item actually over here. 1 sec. Wait. I don't have enough mechanics to check. There's a skill called Mechanics, which is basically like finding traps and disabling traps. It's pretty useful. This is a Skulder. This is going to be multiple Skulders, actually. This is not... Or it should have been multiple Scalders, but it's not. I don't think these can be blinded. No, they can. Scalders are basically bat people. That was easy. And we just take their ears. Yep, there's more in them, I just didn't proc them yet.
Yes.
Holy shit. I don't need you doing that much damage to me, please. Alright. So Middle-Etta's Minor Missiles is literally a magic missile from 5th edition. It always hits and it always does damage.
Let's have.
God, they're fucking over my Cypher big time. This is what Ghost Blades are for. Or if they didn't die. Psycho Vampiric Shield, basically, wow, you already, yeah, I'm already beginning to regret giving this guy a melee focus, but it should still be fine. I'm probably going to give him a shield, though. Well, it's only +3 deflection.
Well.
Oh, shit. Alright. This is actually another interesting factor for this game. You have endurance and you have health. The best way to explain this is you have health that you are working with in combat, and then you have an overall pool of health that you draw from when you heal. As the psychic so because he has the lowest deflection, and their AI is like kill the person with the lowest deflection.
As you wish.
Well, the AI is a little bit more complicated than that. The AI is kill the person with the lowest deflection, but do not invoke an attack of opportunity on yourself. And attacks of opportunity are basically if an enemy is engaged with one of your melees, like a dare or me, them trying to move will cause them to get hit with a very powerful attack that has a lot of advantage on it. I think it's like I literally think it's like +25 accuracy, +20% damage or something. It's it's a free, very powerful hit. Yeah. So right now I have 32 health and endurance, so I can't heal. I have 32 hit points to my name, so I have to rest to get that back.
Yes.
And now I'm all full. Also, all of my rest abilities are back as well.
Well.
Also, Aloth is back as well. He has 2 level 2s, 4 level 1s.
What is it?
I want to see what I can do. The work of a moment.
I just spent 3 lockpicks for a Warhammer.
As you wish.
Alright, more Scalders.
Let's have
1 Scalder, I should say.
As you wish.
Yeah, it's in come on. But yeah, so this guy is going to attack my Cypher over Adair, because Adair has, I'm pretty sure he has a massive, he has a deflection of 51. So whenever somebody rolls to attack, they take a -51 to their attack. It's great. But only when they're attacking Adair. I think I only have like 36, 40. So, which is really high for Cypher, by the way.
What is it?
Cyphers are on the same league, is slightly more tanky than mages, but not really to matter.
Poison.
Fucking rip.
Hardly fair.
That was a trap, great. Amulet of Health, which I should give to my Cypher, because he keeps getting hit. Yeah, this I'll give +15 max endurance. Then I can give the Cloak of Protection to Adair. Then you can, well, he has a cape, so.
Well.
So I've gotten an injury, a sprained wrist, which means I have -15 deflection. That's great. Yes, so actually, what you can do...
Hey.
Aggro isn't so much of a thing as attacks of opportunity. If you do not engage an enemy, they will beeline to your caster, but you can put Adair in front to engage people first. Here we go. You can create a custom thing. So I'll put Adair first, I'll put me like right here.
Well,
And then I'll just engage the things that Adair doesn't. We could also do this, which is... Oh, that's so weird. That's bad audio.
How may I help?
I'm gonna use Console's Corrosive Siphon. Adair is getting his ass beat. I might be tanking next. No, because it'll hit Adair. It'll actually be better for me to, Also, well, actually, they have really low reflex. Might be better to daze.
Get up, lad!
what?
Aye?
What I actually should do is put on Psycho-Vampiric Shield.
What?
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I could try this. Nah, the wall blocks it. Yeah, I'll hit my friends. This is why Cone of Fire can't be used all the time. Although... I could just start flinging Magic Missile.
But I'm...
Yeah, he's getting his ass beat.
How may I...
Oh, one sec. Sorry about that.
What is it? Let's have it out!
I shall deal with this one.
No, Magic Missile is not unlimited use. Magic Missile is actually... So, you have certain amounts of casts per spell. So you have 4... Well, you get up to 4 casts per spell level. You have 4 casts of any of these 4 spells. And you have... right now I have 1 cast of a level 2 spell. But we should be fine. As long as I can get the self-heal off. There we go. Oh, if I blind him... Wow, this sound is really bad.
That's not... very helpful.
Maybe I'll get really lucky with a necrotic lance. Got kinda lucky.
These are in for a wallop! Bing! Let's have it out!
Come on.
That's not very helpful.
Oh, shit. Miss? Ah, we almost did it. No, it's probably the game. It's not the first time this game... Ah, that's a long fucking autosave. Alright. Shit. Guys, I swear I'm good at this game. Alright. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a ranged weapon. So we can do that while you're still attacking.
What is it?
I haven't been in here for, must be 5, 6 years. Used to be real nice.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'll find
Warm.
Alright. Yeah, this game has a lot of technical difficulties. Oh, we haven't been here before. These are Will-o'-the-Wisps. I actually can actually... Okay. So these wisps have 52 deflection. You can see it up here when I hover over them. They should have remarkably low constitution though. Well, remarkably low fortitude. Generally a good rule of... Yeah, they have a fortitude of 16. And that's great. So using things like Necrotic Lance or Consulate's Corrosive Siphon is very effective against these guys. Technically, this ray is also really effective. One sec. Oh, we might lose this one too.
What is it? So much for you.
1 sec. So I'm about to use antipathetic field. 16 is very low.
Whose side are you on?
Shit.
Hey,
Varanthus!
you're not getting through.
Varanthus!
Yeah, 16 is low. So the way it kind of works, and a good way to like kind of keep track of it, is you have basically you roll a D100. Okay, stop. Please stop confusing my guy. You have a D100, and the way it works is your defense. So antipathetic field. Yeah. So the pathetic. So antipathetic field is basically a death ray. I love it so much. But it's a straight line. You target an enemy, and everything between you and that enemy starts taking corrosive damage. Very effective. I might have to be going. Because I just got a call that I realized that I forgot about. I need to go do that. I might be on later, but I'm going to have to end the stream now at the moment. Sorry, guys. But it was nice that you guys came along. But I do have to end, unfortunately I do have to end the stream. But it was nice for you guys to come along. Thank you for hanging around, but I do have to go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so, okay. Closing statement. I don't...
How may I
It would probably be a good idea to rest now, because Aleph is missing 2 spell slots. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. But you can rest. As long as you have camping supplies, you can rest every time. So, it's as easy as that. You just need the camping supplies. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.